In this video, we are solving a question which came in 2021 paper 2 GCE. It was on question 2. So, question 2a. Solve the equation 3x plus 5 over x is equal to 12. Giving your answer correct to two decimal places. So we know that this question came under quadratic equations. So in solving quadratic equations, there's a formula which we use. Use a quadratic equation formula. So 2a quadratic equation formula is given by x is equal to negative b positive or negative square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So that's our quadratic formula. So now, considering our equation which I've been given a 3x is equal to 3x plus, so I've been given a 3x plus 5 over x is equal to 12. So in this way, though it was being given, we can't substitute into our formula direct because it is hard to tell which one is A, B or C. So what we can do on this side we can find a common denominator. This side to the left side, we can find a common denominator. In our common denominator, we have a 3x, meaning we have over a 1 here. So finding a common denominator, we multiply 1 times the x, we are getting a x. So x is our common denominator. So we say 1 divided by x, we are getting a x. So x times 3x, we are getting a 3x squared plus x divided by x, we are getting a 1. 1 times 5, we are getting a 5 is equal to 12. So 12, you can say 12 over 1, and then we cross multiply. So here we cross multiply. So it will be 3x squared plus 5 is equal to 12 times x, we are getting a 12x. We are getting a 12x. We are getting a 12x. So now we can write to our standard form, which is 3x squared, correct numeric terms, 12x will come to the left side, and after crossing by equal sign it will be negative 12x plus 5. This side will remain with a 0, like that. So that's our standard form. So meaning the one with a power, we call it a. The one which has a variable and a number, we call it a b. And now a number which is a constant, we call it a c, like that. So now you can substitute in our formula. So you say x is equal to negative, so wherever is b, we are substituting a negative 12. So you say negative 12 positive or negative square root b, we have a negative 12, so negative 12x, so negative 12 squared minus 4 open bracket a, we are getting a 3, c, we are getting a 5. So we only get the constants, we won't get the coefficients, we leave out the variables over 2a, we have a 3, like that. So you say x is equal to negative times the negative, I getting a positive. So negative times negative 12, I getting a positive 12 positive or negative square root. So negative 12 squared, we are getting a 144 minus 4 times 3, 12 times 5, 60. So write a 60 over 2 times 3, it is a 6. So x is equal to 12 positive or negative square root of 144 minus 60. We're getting a 84 over 6. So x is equal to 12 positive or negative square root of 84. So when we do a square root of 84, we are getting a 9.16515.139. So that's our square root of 84 over 6 over a 6. So here we're going to have two answers, that one for positive and for a negative. So now we can go with the one for positive, and then later on we go for one for a negative. So let's say x is equal to 12 plus 9.16515.139 over 6. So getting for a positive, so you add 12 plus 9.6155139. We are getting x is equal to, we are getting our answer to be 21.165155139 over 6. So x is equal to, so dividing 21.165155139 divided by 6, we are getting our answer to be 3.52752532, like that. So according to the instructions which were given, they said to leave our answer to 3 significant figures or to 2 decimal places. So we round off our answer to 2 decimal places. We are getting a x is equal to 3.53, because 1 from 7 we had it to 2, making it a 3, because a 7 it is greater than 4. So that's our answer. So we got 10 for a positive. So now you can get that one for a negative. So getting for a negative, so we will say, so we say O x is equal to, so now getting for a negative, say 12 minus 9.165155139 over a 6. So x is equal to, so we subtract 12 minus 9.1651593. We are getting 2.83484801 over 6. So we divide 2.83484801 divided by 6. Our value of x is equal to 0.4724 74768. That's our value of x. So now we round off our answer to two decimal places. It will be x x is equal to 0.47, like that. So that's our answer for 2a. So 2a we are done. We now go to 2b. So 2b, it came under probability, and the question says a boy has a bag containing 5 green balls, 1 red ball, and 4 blue balls. A ball is selected at random from the bag and not replaced. A second ball is then selected. So in this case, we have two pickings. At first, he picked one ball without replacing, and he picked another ball. So two pickings were done. Question 1. Draw a tree diagram to show all the possible outcomes. So this question, it was being picked at random, so we don't know if it was a green, a red, or a blue, because there was no selecting. So let me just write my data. I have green. So green I have 5. So green I have 5, and then red I have 1, and blue I have a 4, like that. So it says we draw a tree diagram. So a tree diagram. So before we draw a tree diagram, let's find our total. Our total number of balls. We have 5 plus 1 plus 4 is equal to 5 plus 1, 6, plus 4, 10. So meaning in our bag, we add the total number of balls to be 10. So we can now draw our tree diagram. So our tree diagram will have 3 branches because we have 3 balls. So we draw a tree diagram of 3 branches. So total balls is equal to 10. So draw a tree diagram. So this is for first picking. So for first picking, you write in a green, red, and blue. Write the same way it was given in a question. We go to second picking. So second picking also contain 3. Even here we draw for 3, and here we draw for 3, like that. So we follow the same order we wrote for first picking. Write a green, red, blue. Even here, green, red, blue, green, red, and blue. So the order has to be the same. If you are starting with green and ending with a black, you maintain throughout. So green, before we did any picking, green we add 5. So there is green. In this line of green, we are writing a 5 over 10, which is our total. So for red, we have 1. So we write 1 over 10. Blue, we have 4. So we say 4 over 10. That's for our first picking. So now we got second picking, which says a ball was taken at random without replacing. So let's assume we are now in this. So we are in this. We are in green. So let's assume the ball was taken was green. So assuming it was green was taken. So where there is green, we're taking one ball. So meaning the number of balls for green will be reduced by 1 because from green we have taken 1 ball. So green was 5, subtracting a 1, we are remaining with a 4. So here we write a 4 over, if the total number of balls were 10, we remove 1, we remain with how many? 9. So for total number of balls is 9. So red, we go to red. So red is not going to be affected because we have removed a green and not a red. So red won't be affected. So red will maintain a 1 over, but total number of balls will be a 9 because it is already affected by that green ball which we removed. So blue won't be affected because we are in green. So blue we maintain a 4 over 9. So for green we are done. So let's assume now that the ball which was taken was red. So we are now in red. So assuming that the ball which was taken was red. So if it was red, mean this one for green, this green here, it won't get affected because the one you are assuming to be taken was red. So for green we are maintaining a 5 which was given. So green will maintain a 5 over, total number of balls will be 9 because we are assuming that the one just taken was red. So now we are now for red. So red and red. So red will be reduced because it is the one you are assuming to be taken or to be picked. So red add a 1. So 1 minus a 1 remain with a 0. So it will be 0 over 9. So for blue, it won't be affected. So we maintain a 4 for blue. So it will be 4 over 9. So we now go to blue. We assume that the ball which was taken was blue. So if a ball which was taken was blue, what does that mean? That means that green won't be affected. So green we maintain a 5. So 5 over 9. So red won't be affected because we are in blue. So red we maintain a 1 over 9. But for blue, this blue here, and we are in blue, so blue will be affected. So blue will be reduced by 1 because we are assuming the ball was taken as blue. So blue we add 4 blue balls. So 4 minus a 1 remain with a 9. We remain with a 3 over 9. So that will be our tree diagram. So our tree diagram, we are done. So like for ease understanding, the only balls which are getting affected, it is where if you are in green, so green, green and green, that's why you subtract 1. But if you are in green, green and red, you maintain. Green and blue, you maintain. So if you are in red, meaning red and red, that's where you subtract. The rest you maintain. And if you are in black, meaning black and black, this can branch for black and black, that's why you subtract for black. The rest you maintain. So go to part 2. So part 2 says find the probability that the two balls are of the same color. So we want the two balls are of the same color. So this means that we're looking for probability of, so number 2, this one was question 1, question 2. So probability of same color is equal to a probability of green plus probability of red red, again plus probability of black. So those are the two same color. Because you can't take a green and a red, because green and the red, you know that is not the same color. So I get in those three probabilities. So probability of green and green. We go back to our tree diagram. So for green, it is this one 5 over 10. And again another green, we're taking a 4 over 9. Those are the two greens. So probability of green, you say probability of green is equal to 5 over 10. You multiply a 4 over 9. So that's for green. Again plus probability of red. So go ahead is red. Red we have a 1 over 10. You multiply with another red, which is a 1, I mean a 0 over 9. So that one is for red. So it will be 1 over 10 times 0 over 9, close bracket, plus again probability of black. So black have a 4 over 10 and a 3 over 9. We are getting those two. So probability of black, we are getting a 4 over 10 times a 3 over 9, like that. So you multiply 4 times 2, I mean 4 times 5, I getting a 20. So write a 20 over 9 plus 1 times 0, I getting a 0 over 10 times 9, it is a 90, plus 4 times 3, I getting a 12 over 10 times 9, I getting a 90. So we correct the right terms. So 0 divided by 90, we know it is a 0. So just remain with a 20 over 90 plus 12 over 90. So common denominator, we have a 90 as our common denominator. So it will be 20 plus 12. So 20 plus 12, we are getting a 32. So it's is equal to 32 over 90 is equal to, so 32 over 90, we are getting a 16. Let me just write that one well. So it will be is equal to 32 over 90 is equal to, so when you simplify 32 divided by 90, you are getting a 16. Getting a 16 over 45. So in most cases, the values of the probability, we leave them in fractions. But if you have been given in decimal places, you leave them in decimal places. But if it's not specified, leave them in fractions. So that's our answer for this question.